this is Dr. Deb, and I am delighted to tell all of you wonderful listeners that the winner of the 2012 video game March Madness is the one and only, the plumber who always has it ready, Mario.
Geez, people think that they go to med school and they get doctor put after their name and they can just steal everybody's job. Thanks a lot, Dr. Deb. That's my job. Anyway, I'd like to welcome all of you to the Established Facts, as Deb so eloquently wrapped up there, that we are finishing up the Video Game Madness 2012. Fortunately...
So is this Steal Mike's job day?
It is. This apparently Steal My Job Day. I don't know.
I didn't do it.
You allowed it.
As I see here on my desk or my couch that I'm sitting at here, that we have a prepared statement from Derek.
Hey y'all, this is Derek, via satellite. Good news is that my annoying roommate is now out of here. I think the white sheet over his head was some indication as to his state of health, but whatever. Yay, room to myself. Also, my operations were successful, and I will soon be out of here. On the flip side, apparently Dr. Light and the robots did not believe my apology to be sincere, even though it truly was. And robots outside the gaming profession are chiming in as to how they were offended. Therefore, I am going to meet with a group of them after I leave the hospital, as part of my deal to go back on air, which is something I know that all listeners are anxious to have happen. I want to also assure all listeners that any implication that would ever take money from Hubert's manager is patently false. Those that have been whispering such things will get a visit from my lawyer. I'm also happy to announce, in the spirit of brotherhood, I am dropping all assault charges I have brought against Mega Man. Soon I will be back on air, and this whole mess will be legally sorted out and behind us. Thank you for your support.
Well, Derek, we are hope that this whole shenanigans gets put behind us and we can move forward. I know Mega Man and Dr. Light will love to have this fiasco behind them.
And out of the news.
Yeah, right, so they can continue to make games and make little children happy as they shoot bad guys.
I think it's just going to be nice to be back in the real world again, because Mushroom Kingdom's weird.
They also need to come in and save computers.
True. Yeah.
True. I mean,
clearly.
From what everyone keeps telling us, the computers needing to save Mushroom Kingdom. Apparently, when we go in there, we're like huge. I guess in relation, if you were reading any of the stuff on Facebook,
I don't read any of that stuff.
No.
He just writes it.
I just write it. I'm just kidding.
Our resident expert.
Yeah. I did read that though.
Yeah.
If you eat the magic mushroom, you get huge.
Yeah. Apparently, you're like 20 foot tall at that point. I'm like, pretty sure you look about 3 inches tall, but.
Yeah.
I mean,
depending on how large your television screen is.
Let it be known that us here at the Established Fact do not support the magic mushroom.
That's right.
That's right.
We don't.
Please don't.
We don't condone any performance-enhancing mushrooms.
Say no to shrooms.
That's
Well, with that,
yeah.
Amsterdam, we love you.
Yes.
You know, it's so sad because
we don't want to offend any of the shroom family community, so please don't sue us. We love you.
My lovely wife makes it a point to inform us of the winner of Video Game Madness, and she's not even able to be here for the remainder of the podcast. So please give her your support and love on Facebook.
Because she won't get any here.
Or hatred for you Master Chief fans. Either way,
Die,
keep the
Mario,
conversation
die.
going.
Die, Mario, die.
So,
That's not even nice.
going around doing introductions.
Right.
Oh, since we're stealing Mike's job.
This is going to be the best podcast ever.
Mike, just sit back and just relax.
So apparently the guys are going to introduce themselves. Here we go.
I'm Anton, since we're going completely out of order.
Rygar.
Oh, the host isn't introducing himself. Well, this is Big Don and his ass.
Here, maybe I should just go over to his mic and be like, "Yeah, this is Mike."
We'll just speak for him.
And this is Josh. It's funny that we constantly talk about going out of order. Remember, this is a podcast. They have no idea what order we're
That's
actually
true.
in.
We're actually in a figure 8 right now. We're all confused and trying to figure out how to introduce the host, who is Michael Massey.
And our awesome host, Mike.
Oh, yeah, by the way, we have a great host, Mike.
If you can only see his face right now.
Wait, hold on. Take a minute to look at it.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait.
Oh, nobody listening. See.
And as always, I'm the host. I'm Mike. It's not funny.
Yes, it is.
Okay, maybe a little. As we wrap up here with the Video Game Madness 2012, first of all, man, you guys are rocking. Looking at all the comments on Facebook, watching you guys come out and vote. Where in the world were the 30-some or 26-some votes, in the first couple of rounds? Because maybe if that was the case, maybe Cloud would still be here and Mario wouldn't be winning.
No.
But that's just me.
No.
You think Nathan Drake would have had a shot?
No.
Who?
Oh.
I'm even a PS3 fan and still say no. Just like Cloud never had a shot.
We just had to build up momentum, is what it was.
I see.
Clearly, snowball effect.
Is it sad that it still hurts that Cloud didn't make it out of the first round?
No, it's not sad at all, Donald.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I guess I think I have a discussion topic for later, but let's continue discussing this.
I'm surprised he didn't have a Phoenix down at least.
Clearly.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
Just saying.
they're everywhere anyway. So, I don't even know if we can break down the match between Master Chief and Mario. I mean, there was like a 37-page novella.
Oh my gosh, there were so
By
many comments.
everybody.
And I can honestly say, even though my one comment dominated most of the length of the others, I think I only posted like 3 things on there. There's like, I don't know, there's like 35 or 38 comments.
You posted 3 things, but I had to go get water during reading
Yeah,
it
right.
so I could
Yeah.
refresh myself.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I typed that whole thing up in Microsoft Word just to see how long it was before I posted it.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Well,
Nerd, that's right.
We goodness sake, we copied your other one into Word so we could tell you how long it was.
I know.
Okay, all I have to say is we could probably write a decent short story out of what was written in this thread.
Clearly.
It is clearly a thread. It's not a comment, it's a thread.
And yet, throughout the entire process of this thread, we still managed to get somebody to post the Mario Brothers versus Wright Brothers epic rap battle. Totally throw that in there.
Because, if Mario can rap, then Master Chief is no challenge.
Yeah, I guess.
That's right.
Master Chief's on there as well for Leonidas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I have seen that.
That one was pretty funny.
One
too.
Spartan versus another.
So, I don't know.
Lord.
You guys chimed in with a dominating effect, and Mario pretty much cleaned house over Master Chief.
Yeah.
Lies,
It was almost
but
too loud.
I call bollocks.
Yeah.
I think there's some
I'll second that bollocks.
Florida recount going on.
Yeah, right.
But
Pregnant
Hey,
Chads.
Chad.
yes,
Pregnant Chads.
yes. Hey, props to Dr. Deb for doing all of her recruiting. I know if you were possibly subscribed to Facebook, you probably got spammed by Dr. Deb telling you to vote for Mario because she was like a mad woman possessed.
Heck of a campaign manager, I'd say.
Apparently it works.
One-sided campaign manager.
That's what happens when you're a doctor and you don't have anything to do at night.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
sometimes or whatever. I'm not getting into that one. That is not a discussion I should be talking about.
I think it's
Nice
just
save.
because she is amazingly charismatic.
Something.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, because I tried to get like 15 people to come on and actually vote, and I think I got 2.
But with that being said, I would like to welcome all of our new group members
Yes,
to the Facebook group.
absolutely.
I know we had 3 or 4 at least join over the last couple of weeks, and it may have been
and
more
they
than
all
that.
voted for Mario.
And just for future notice, that all your stuff belong to us.
Yes.
Your base belong to us.
So
That was in the fine print of the accepting
Yes.
Facebook groups. A lot like all
Yeah.
the other fine prints.
All those-
They
all
own
those-
all your pictures. We own your soul. That's
Yeah.
how
Someone
this
set
works.
us up the bomb.
That's interesting. I'm glad I never accepted that.
All of us
you're
here at
part
the,
of the group.
You're an administrator, so
Yeah.
you're part of the.
yeah.
Actually, let
I
me
never
rephr-
had to sign it.
Actually, let me rephrase that. Jeremy, we own Rhaegar's soul. That's different.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
all of us here at the Established Fact do not believe in owning souls, so please don't sue us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they're Facebook policies. It's not a Facebook put that in.
Right. Yeah.
Facebook owns your base.
Jeez,
It's nap time.
it must be.
Nap time comes after pants time.
Oh.
I'm sure everybody will know exactly what your quote is.
Give me a boost, caboose. Give me a boost, caboose.
Since
Good
they're all
grief.
Mario fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh yeah. That's right. How many spin-off internet series did Mario have? That's right.
The TV
Nine.
show.
The
Super
movie.
Mario Bros.
Yeah,
I was gonna
that's
say,
right. Well,
Super
yeah.
Mario Bros.
The-
did get a movie.
And a horrible,
That's true.
horrible movie.
Hey,
Oh, it
that
wasn't
was entertaining.
horrible.
movie.
It wasn't.
It's about to become a
horrible.
versus topic of me throwing you out the door.
That was-
I have my keys. Enough said.
I'm voting on Tony.
I'm voting on the door.
Yay!
I'm just going to withhold my vote and vote for whoever wins.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Do a mail-in vote. Apparently, we're accepting
go.
that.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, I mean, I don't even know.
Predate it.
Predated. Yeah.
Just send
Can
the,
I
just send
predate my vote?
send the envelope through the mail system so it gets the stamp, and then
That's right.
yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah.
Wow, voter fraud.
Once it's postmarked, voter fraud.
Jeez.
We're still tallying the
We are
mail-in
heartless.
votes.
That's
That's
what we are.
Oh goodness gracious!
Yeah, you think finally 19 episodes in, I think we're starting to feel comfortable about what we're doing here.
Yeah. It's
12
sad,
minutes.
it's sad that we're still not good at it, though. That's the problem.
12 minutes.
But I'm not comfortable being in the room with all of you.
Well, you're right. We are 12 minutes in, and I don't know if we've actually had a real discussion
No.
yet.
Yeah, I was going to say just 12 minutes of ranting.
Well,
Against
the
Mario.
I think the first 10 minutes of the episode was people stealing Michael's job. So
Clearly underpaid. This guy.
You make money?
oh, good lord!
So, Don,
You
you
don't?
had something to add?
No, not
No,
on
but-
this.
Should I
you
take
know-
that up with our
But the podcast
producer?
could make money if you go to cafepress.com/castingrobot and buy some of our merchandise.
Look at that plug. Love it.
Lame.
Almost like lame.
In his defense, he is funding the sound equipment.
It's true.
Whose defense?
I don't know.
All I
The guy
have to
who
say
took
is
our souls.
I almost did.
Oh lord.
So, fellas, as we wrap up Video Game Madness here, where do we go? What do we?
I don't know. We're kind of like
We're at,
Ducks in a
kind of feel
pond.
like you're at the end of an era. Only it's been like
19
4 shows.
4 shows. Yeah.
It's the beginning of an era.
True, it wasn't as long as our alignment series, but it meant something. It did,
Yeah.
deep down. Speaking of
Only
meetings-
because the wounds are still fresh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of that,
5 more episodes.
speaking
We'll
of
forget about
wounds,
all this.
I've got to know, for those of you that were... I voted Master Chief, I voted Cloud, all right? And I think the majority of us did, except for Tony, which, again, he'll just get kicked out the door when he tries to argue it.
He's socialist, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
that's all right. Which one hurt more, Cloud or Master Chief?
Cloud.
I got to go with Master Chief, but that's just because I wasn't as tied to Final Fantasy. as
See,
you guys
I
were.
love
I think-
Master
I
Chief,
think
but I'm
Mario-
also a Mario fan.
Mario
so,
carries way more weight than
Yeah.
Simon Belmont.
yeah.
Cloud sucks.
Because you got a 1 seed versus a 3 seed. Of course, we used a very scientific, mathematical, precision-based seeding system,
A D20.
and then we threw it out the window and just put whatever numbers we wanted to next to the guys we liked.
And that was clearly because we couldn't do the calculus.
That's right. None of us.
My
Well,
wife was at
they
work
all
at the
suck.
time, and
Yeah.
I screw up arithmetic.
That's right.
So
That's right. So yeah. Man, I don't know.
Yeah,
I still
I
say
still
I still
say-
feel like the Cloud Simon Belmont
Went
match
the right way.
Really just it hurts.
Shut up,
Samus.
It
totally
hurts.
went the right way.
It hurt. Of
Samus
course.
first Mega Man.
Yeah, I
Samus
can
never
agree
fought.
with.
Samus
Yeah.
never fought Mega
Yeah,
Man.
They were
No.
the first match.
Yeah.
No,
no, that was Cubert and Mega
no.
Man.
Ryu fought or
Ryu fought Samus.
Samus,
Ryu
yeah.
fought Samus.
Oh, that's right.
Should've
Samus
been.
was in there as well.
Should have been Samus and Mega Man.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Ryu
It was
fought Samus.
Ryu won over.
Ryu fought Mega Man. Mega Man beat Ryu. Master Chief fought Mega Man and
Yeah,
kicked
it
his
was-
booty.
It was the tiebreaker that we had to do on Writing on Samus.
Yeah. You know what? If people want to put some suggestions on how we end tiebreakers next year, please, post them up on the Facebook group.
And
That's
while
not a
you're
bad
doing
idea.
that, make a suggestion on what characters you want to see next year, because I think we're going to try and double the bracket, which means
I think I have an interesting way to break tiebreakers.
42 extra.
Oh, what's that?
A hammer.
No, I think we should get some T-shirts and put the names of the people on them, and then Don and Tony fight.
Oh God.
We can totally do a pillow fight. No, you laugh. I actually have video footage of this at Gen Con, and it's funny as heck.
I remember. I was there.
And when
I vote for, or I will second the motion that the host has brought up. We just have a
physical
deadliest
fight?
warrior physical fight between the T-shirt wearers.
You could let them wrestle.
Yes,
Get
me.
a trampoline.
Yes, me in the back.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
Don't care.
Mike, you have something to add?
I do. Thank you for
Hey,
recognizing.
does Mike have something to add?
I'm just not exactly sure about this. 5 guys in a pillow fight.
Oh, well.
Ooh. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I brought my sleeping bag.
It is. I tell you what, though, it's
Only
a
if
funny.
you load it up with rocks.
It's the funniest thing in the world when you get Jeremy and I on commentary watching Derek and one of our other friends
that was
fight in a pillow fight.
friggin'
It's so
priceless.
funny.
That was pretty good.
One day that's going to end up on YouTube.
Must have been one of those you had to been there type
Yeah.
things.
Oh,
If you
that
saw
was
it, you'd
great.
die.
I'm
Well,
surprised
glad I
that
didn't
didn't
see
make
it if I
it
was gonna
into
die.
our
True.
Gen Con review.
I think people forgot.
There was so much about Gen Con that we didn't hit that just kind of got pushed off to the side.
Gen Con.
So, fellas,
Which comes
anyone,
again in August.
Anyone have any new video games that they're playing, or anything new that they are expanding in their
I
repertoire?
just pre-ordered Diablo 3.
I'm excited to
I did
say
it through
that
my WoW account.
Shoot Many Robots just came out the other day.
I have no idea what that is.
A buddy of mine got it on Xbox Live, and we've been playing it.
Oh, very cool.
Hilarious side-scrolling shooter. Hilarious.
I picked back up my 10-year addiction to Eve.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that doesn't.
I started playing Mass Effect 2 on the PlayStation 3 because I'm getting prepped for my Mass Effect 3, which will be here next Tuesday.
Did you get the extra $20 DLC for Promethean character thing?
It comes with the PS2
Yeah, when you buy the PS3 version of it,
or PS3 version.
because they didn't come out with Mass Effect 1 and it came out a year later, they included the whole Cerberus extra pack that has all the expansion.
Oh, wow.
All the
He's-
DLC comes with the
he's talking-
PS3 version.
He's talking about Mass Effect 3.
Oh, Mass Effect 3? No, because I bought a used copy of it. I'll just buy it off the PlayStation
Okay.
Network. I got it for like $15 cheaper by buying it used. So.
Yeah.
And now you have to buy DLC.
And Cerberus key.
Well, the only way to get that particular DLC is that you had to pre-order it
Oh, okay.
to get it.
Got it.
No.
Otherwise, you'd pay for it.
That's
right?
not true.
No?
The pre-order stuff you got for Mass Effect 3 for the PlayStation was
Armor
and
and
a gun.
Oh?
The
Special
what he's
edition?
talking about
Is the
there's a downloadable content where you actually unlock a Promethean guy that joins your squad.
Oh. Well, I'm not sure if it's in there or not.
Probably not. You'll
is
probably
that
have
the
to
guy
download it.
you rescue in 2?
No.
No.
This is a new guy.
New guy.
Looks like a bug. It's kind of neat. So, Donald,
Yes.
what was it you said you got?
Well, so far I've pre-ordered 2 games this year. Diablo 3 I just did today. And
When's that come out?
Have they announced it?
May
they
15th.
have, yeah, May 15th. Yeah, I
Really?
knew it was coming in a couple months. Yeah. And this is the game. For those of you who are not Blizzard fans or have just recently gotten into Blizzard games such as World of Warcraft or StarCraft 2, 3, 2, StarCraft 2.
2.
Diablo 3 has been fabled about for about, I don't know,
10 years.
10 years, yeah. So, finally Blizzard is coming out with the sequel to the amazingly popular Diablo 2 and the
level.
Diablo series. Yeah, cow level.
Oh, man.
And the
yeah, I remember
Diablo
that.
series in general. So I did pre-order that, and then about two weeks ago, I pre-ordered. I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I pre-ordered the new Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed.
That doesn't come out till the
3.
middle of October.
I don't care. It's gonna be so awesome.
My hope is once I finish Mass Effect that I'm going to pick up Assassin's Creed finally.
It's an
and start playing
amazing-
that.
It's going to take them till October
I'm
to
not
finish Mass
kidding.
Effect.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Not,
the
especially
way he's
if you
playing,
have
yes.
if you have Mike with you, you can finish it in like
I don't know. I'm about
3 hours.
I'm about 30% in. I think
Are
to
you?
the current to Mass Effect 2. I'm not, but granted, I don't do absolutely every side mission because I've never played that way. I'm really
Do the
heavy
main
on the story.
do the main storyline and then do all the side stuff later.
If I want
Yeah,
to.
I do that. I'm guilty of doing that for the most part. When I play Assassin's Creed, is very much that kind of a game where you have a really stable central storyline, but there's tons of like side missions and side quests you can do. It's well worth playing though.
It's just like the Elder Scrolls series.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
Elder
Those
Scrolls.
things are just long.
You could knock that game out in probably 30 hours if
Skyrim
you did
is-
just
I don't know
the
if-
story.
Oh.
But you could put. I'll never forget when I bought Oblivion the first time.
Mm-hmm.
That day I went in and bought it. One of the sales guys was like, "Yeah, I've already put in over 200 hours.
Yeah,
in it.
it's-
It's been out 6 months."
Those games.
I was like, "Oh my
are
gosh!"
So there's so much. I really like the fact that there's so much because like I've been playing it for probably 30 to 40 hours. I haven't put a ton of time into it, but 30 to 40 hours, and I am like level 25 now, and I still haven't passed like. I haven't even gotten like a third of the way into the main story because I'm just doing like I'm just really interested in all the side quests, joining the Rogues Guild and
I did that
things
with
like that.
Oblivion.
Yeah, I mean it's just a lot of. I really like games that allow you to kind of do your own thing. Like you don't have to go through the suggested storyline. Of course, there is a path once you finally do. You have a big epic ending and all that stuff. But I just like games where you can just pretty much run around and do whatever you want. And that's why I am so excited for Assassin's Creed 3 and Halo 4 by 343 Industries is supposed to be coming out at the end of the year as well, and I'm going to be pre-ordering that. That's going to be amazing because it's the start. Halo 4 is actually the first game in a new trilogy for Master Chief, and it's done by 343, who I believe did Reach and redid the first one, Combat Evolved, which if you have not played Combat Evolved on the 360, it is amazing. So I'm really excited to see what happens with that. And I think the most impressive thing for me on the Assassin's Creed 3 front is the fact that it's colonial America. So I'm a huge history buff, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
Tony, you made mention that you got back into EVE Online, your 10-year addiction. I think both of us are going to have a new addiction by the end of this year as well. With the release of Dust 514. It's going to be.
And no, that's not a cleaning product.
It's going to be the first online MMO FPS that's going to be free to play via the PlayStation Network.
Gesundheit.
A massive multiplayer online first-person shooter that is fully integrated into the EVE Online universe.
Plug.
And man, just some of the stuff that's popped up for that. I mean, my favorite thing from the demo they showed was when they called in the orbital strike from the, what was it, a battleship?
It was a Abaddon battleship, yeah.
Called it in from a ship that was up in space right above the planet where these Dust mercenaries were fighting. And sure enough, they painted the target, and then they were showing both screens, the EVE screen and Dust, and you see the battleship fire the strike, and then on the Dust screen you see it explode, and it's going to be a revolutionary style of game changer. I can't wait.
Yep, it's going to be pretty interesting. I mean, it's takes all of the first-person shooters, Call of Duty, Battlefield, all those styles, throws it into a space-based universe, and adds in a whole nother style of tactics. That's going to basically, and it's a never-ending style of setup of battles too. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see.
So Donald, go ahead.
I'm interested to see how they do some of the single-player stuff.
Yeah, because from what we've heard is, your battles will have a minimum of 2 people. They can have a single person on each side, and you can also have up to 24 total.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting, like you were saying, some of the single-player. Because there is going to be some that where you can actually be one person against NPCs, so it'll be interesting to see how they do pull that off.
So Donald, I was with you the other day when you happened to buy a card game. Have you gotten a chance to play it?
I have not yet, but it's in my car.
Would you like to tell everyone what you got?
I bought the for those of you who are into board games, card games, especially the new deck building, draft style games, Dominion and things like that. There is a game that's out. It's been out for a little while, but it's called Ascension. It is a very good game. I bought the base game probably 2 months ago, a month or two ago, and just recently was at a game store and saw I believe it's the Storm of Souls expansion, I think is what it's called. I have not gotten to play it yet, but I'm really excited about it because the expansion itself is a standalone game, which is really cool. You can play up to 4 players. It's 200 card expansion, which the base game is also 200 cards. Or you can put them together, and when you put them together, you have a 6-player game.
Chronicles of the Godslayer. Is that what it is?
It's Chronicles of a Godslayer is the first one.
Souls.
Storm of Souls is the expansion that I bought.
Yep.
So, and it looks like we're actually looking at it online right now, but it came out in 2011. You can play up to 4 players. It is a 2-player game, which is very cool. My wife really likes to play games, and so it's a really fast-paced game. The playtime on it is usually about 30 minutes if you're not too distracted by other things going on.
What that never happens to you.
Right.
I'm actually a little jealous.
Are you?
There's an Ascension app on the iPhone
Yeah.
iOS store.
Yeah, there's not one. I can't find it on Android.
I
I
cannot
know
either.
Mike has it.
I have it, and I win all the time.
Yeah.
I've been looking pretty hardcore. Like, when are they
Yeah.
going to come out with it?
It'll-
It's proposed, but I
Yeah,
haven't seen it.
if it's a relatively popular game that's been done on iOS, it usually takes 6 months or so for it to pop up on Android.
Yeah, and I'm expecting. I mean, Ascension is growing in popularity, and I am super excited about this expansion. So
Should be
yeah,
pretty
there's a
interesting.
lot of really fun playability in that game. So Dominion is another game I have never gotten a chance to play,
It's
but
fun.
It looks
awesome.
really good. So
So is Talisman.
Oh.
Talisman, and it's 400 expansions that make the board twice the size.
We
of
need to
it.
sit down and play that again as a whole group.
I can't wait. You know what? That's funny enough, and I think we should. And I'm totally going to rip off this idea from Geek and Sundry. YouTube channel Geek and Sundry. Look them up. It's Felicia Day's group that's doing these new video things all through the week. And
Is
Will
it
Wheaton,
the same group that does the guild and all them?
yes,
Yes.
Will
Very
Wheaton, from Star Trek fame, does every other Friday is doing this new thing called Tabletop, and they're sitting down
Yeah.
and they're reviewing and playing a game they just did, Small World. And
Very cool.
I think that we could do something like Talisman and
That'd
just
be fun.
record our conversation down about
Oh,
that. It
wow.
was so much fun.
Yeah,
to
but it
play.
would be like
Just a warning.
it'd be
it
like
would
a 4-hour long podcast. That game
but
is
we
so
could. Well, the
long.
thing is their game probably took 3 hours, and they
Yeah. Oh, they just edit
yeah.
it.
I would probably talk to Brad, our buddy from church, and see about getting a video setup done, and
That'd be
then
cool.
edit it down to speed version of Talisman.
Yeah.
You see things flipping around
Yeah.
because I think
Just
it would be a lot of
flip
fun.
it.
Round 7, 4 hours later.
Oh my god!
Don's asleep in his chair.
What else is new?
Oh.
Don's dead in his chair.
But I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
right.
steal any
Possum
ideas or
defense.
anything. I'm actually trying to utilize it because I think it'd be entertaining to watch.
I think it would be cool.
this
If
game
we're going to
podcast
do
do
something
that.
like that with Talisman, we need to do that with that game that your wife just bought at
Oh, the
Gen
war
Con.
game.
Oh, my
That's going to
God.
take you
And
guys
then
12 hours
Axis
to
and
play.
Allies.
Oh, whoa. Okay, 12?
12 could take a whole weekend.
12,
yeah.
well,
12
probably
is optimistic.
Probably 12 if you start at like 9 in the morning and just play.
And if you know the rules.
Oh, well.
Amen.
So 2 days.
That's like us and Axis and Allies. If it doesn't
Yeah.
take a weekend, something happened.
Yeah.
So as as we're 30 minutes in, and I just kind of
No death, Josh.
I'm not trying to die.
I mean really,
I just like my life.
I was just kind of giving the guys an opportunity to kind of tell you guys kind of what we're into. I just recently picked up a video game for the Xbox,
Deus Ex and Mindjack.
and Mindjack.
Oh, Deus Ex.
What's
Deus
Mind
Ex,
Jack? I've
yeah.
heard of
Well,
Deus Ex.
Mindjack, it was like $9, and I was like, it looks kind of interesting. Essentially, you're playing like it's in set in the year 2031, and you're playing this like federal agent who has the ability to seize control of people's minds.
Whoa.
So as he's running around and shooting people or whatever, you kind of enter this warp reality, and you can move your cursor over to like a civilian that's cowering behind a trash can, and you can seize control of their mind, and then you can use them to pick up a weapon and shoot the bad guys, or you can use them to hack into computers if they have that ability or that have that knowledge or whatever. And it's neat because as you go and you fight these obviously well armed, heavily armored guys that are coming after you, once you get them down below a certain health, you can mind jack them, and you can turn them on their own guys. So it starts with there's two agents, you and a chick you're kind of escorting. You both have kind of a military background, whatever. And then it just becomes a game of the numbers game. You need to hurt the bad guys enough so you can mind jack them, and then now there's 3 of you.
Hurt
and
them, help us.
Yeah, exactly. Then you hurt some more people, and you can mind jack them. Now it's 4 on whatever, and you just slowly start building your numbers until they eventually, the scene clears, or they get killed by their own guys shooting at them.
As I recall, the graphics on that look pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's
How
pretty
old
good.
of a game is it?
Probably a year.
Maybe. But
And we'll look it up and let you know.
But it was really neat. I was just like, oh, that's kind of a cool concept. I liked the ability to, the battle still rages on underneath you as you're floating around trying to figure out who you want to control. So you could very easily came out in January 27th of 2011.
Okay, so last year. Very cool.
Yeah. So
Whatever,
January 18th. So it's just kind of neat because the whole game still moves underneath you. They still use tactics and they still do all this stuff. And then you just kind of get to choose, hey, this person's in the best vantage point. This person's got, whatever. I was playing a board last night where there was you're in this airport and you're in a big, like, I don't know, waiting room is what it looked like, kind of. And they had all these flipped up, overturned desks. And the bad guys were funneling in down this one corridor into the room. And, of course, you're kind of held up trying to use cover to not get shot up and stuff like that. And as I was crouched there looking around, I saw a stewardess run in from, like, the top level that you can't get to. Like, you can't physically take your character up there and, like, shoot down. So I, unhooked from my guy that I was controlling and went and took over this stewardess up in the corner, and she had this high-powered rifle that was just laying there. Well, it was laying on the floor. It was laying on the floor.
How convenient.
It was laying there on the floor.
They don't let you take high-power rifles into the airport anymore.
They will in 2031. Clearly.
Oh,
Along with weed whackers, probably.
Yeah, right. The FAA will finally let us take assault rifles back onto 737s.
And so it became
Don't sue
kind
us.
of a
Yeah.
tactic,
Or arrest us.
Yeah,
right?
We don't agree with any of that.
yeah, that's bad. Terrorism
Mike.
is bad.
It's okay.
By the way, if you're curious about what you're trying to listen to, we are in Idaho.
Lies.
Dot.
I was just trying to prevent arresting, okay?
Okay, way to train wreck the rest
Anyway.
of the thought.
So it was kind of a neat process being able to use and have different vantage points and being able to do all that good stuff. I haven't really got too far into it, but it's kind of interesting. It's kind of one of those games that you want to play when you just kind of want to mow people down with an assault rifle. It's kind of neat. And then I played a little bit of Deus Ex. Very similar from what I understand. I'm not a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid of the series. I know, Josh, your wife is a huge fan of Solid Snake and all that good stuff.
And Mario.
But
Die, Mario, die.
very much like this game has got a little more dynamic than I think Metal Gear Solid is. It's very, you can be very sneaky and sneak around everybody and kill everyone without anyone seeing you, or if you really want to, you could just walk in and start blazing with a gun. They give you that option.
Are you referring to the original Deus Ex?
No,
or-
it's the new
The
one.
newest one.
Okay.
Human Revolution.
Yeah.
And it's it was neat because Tony and I were over at my place when I got it the other day, and I was reading on the back. It's kind of an ever-changing environment. So if you make a choice at the beginning, it kind of sets things in motion that trail you through the entire game.
That's very cool.
And it's very neat at the beginning because it says, "Hey, how would you like to go about this? Would you like to be, have a
close? I give you the option of being a close range fighter with a revolver, or a long range fighter with an assault rifle.
Right. So you kind of get your loadout from the very beginning of what kind of fighter you're going to be, and ironically enough, that's kind of what ammo drops.
You
like
can
that.
also choose a stun gun as opposed to being lethal or non-lethal.
Yeah, you can be.
Oh, that's
non-lethal.
very cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting concept, and from looking at it, it's got some pretty major high reviews on everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Well, I know that there is a ton of games coming out soon for a lot of different systems. I was, like I said, I pre-ordered Diablo 3 today, and while I was at my local electronics store, Blue and Gold, I was
Because we have so many of them here.
yeah, right. I was I was checking through all the pre-orders or pre-order stuff that you can get. Witcher 2, Assassin of Kings. Have you seen that?
I
No,
saw
it's
I saw the stand-up poster. For
I know
it
it's coming out on 360
at another
It is-
electronics place.
Yeah, right. Black and red.
Yep.
It
Stop at the
looks.
game.
Yeah, right. It looks amazing. And then they got Borderlands 2,
Far Cry
that one I'm
3,
kind of excited
Prototype
about.
2, Far Cry 3.
Which should be phenomenal on the new Cry engine.
I'm trying to remember. BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, it's coming out
It's
soon.
coming out. There's a ton. I think actually on the PS Vita, which is the new handheld console through PlayStation. For those of you who don't know about it, they're actually releasing Mortal Kombat, the new Mortal Kombat for
Awesome.
the PS Vita. So, which I did not realize you could watch Netflix on the PS Vita.
Yep.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
So-
there's a lot of really neat things about the Vita that are coming out every day.
Yeah.
So
Tons of good stuff coming out. Tons of good stuff.
Absolutely.
Steam, I'm not sure if you heard, is also looking into building their own console.
Well, that'd
yeah, I had
phenomenal.
heard that.
So you can download stuff on it, or is
Yeah.
it going to come out with? Oh, that's cool.
Well, I mean, even the next gen of consoles, you're already starting to see a lot of these new consoles being standard computer parts.
See,
So Steam would easily be able to
Well,
just
yeah.
basically release a computer that's Steam powered.
yeah, and the thing about it is I could easily see Steam doing something
It's
where
a steampunk console.
they go into the Steam store and go into certain games and map the controls to the controls on
Yeah.
their controller, and there you go. There's the game.
I was in the middle of a boss fight and I ran out of water.
And then all of the
And then the boiler blew up.
That's right. I
all of
forgot
the
to
save
save.
games
I
go
forgot
to the
save.
cloud or
I gotta
something.
Yeah.
start all over.
Yeah, don't forget to save or you lose podcasts that way.
Oh my gosh.
Amen.
Hey, Josh.
Save often.
I don't want to hear about it.
Save often.
Save state.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good job. Good job.
He just saved. Save for the win.
Yeah.
You just
right.
lost the game.
So, I'm kind of at a loss as to what direction we're going to head past the video game.
Apparently to the floor.
That's why we can't have nice things.
That's right.
Yeah, I just have to say that.
It's also the direction most of our conversations go.
Straight
Right
to the floor.
to the floor.
Right to the floor. Into the
Right
gutter.
through the ground.
That's right. Into the gutter.
But on the upside, I think we're going to get back into the regular format of having a discussion and some versus topics, and of course, ending up with a good fact that we have established throughout the
That's right.
the show.
Have you come up with any throughout the tournament?
Yeah, we had one.
We had one.
But with the tournament and with the craziness that it is, it's been nuts. I just think that as we're moving through here, I think that I like I said, I don't know where we're going. I don't know what's new on the horizon. I don't know
Everything.
That's bad because careful
Yeah,
now, careful.
Well, I tell you what.
We need a new host.
There are quite a few things coming up. We've already brought up.
And it's on.
Okay, Tony, I was ready to throw you out the door. I think he might be too. So just
I think they're
chill
putting
it.
up fisticuffs.
I think
After these messages,
I think I'm going to unvote on this one for Tony if it's a 2-1 odds.
fair enough. So,
we'll
anyways,
be right back.
we got new video games coming out. I know that Paizo is expanding their Pathfinder even more with the Ultimate Race Guide coming out. The Ultimate Items Guide, I believe, is coming out.
And Wizards is
Soon.
trying to save their rear end with D&D and come
Yeah,
out with a better
I saw
version.
that.
And this is just
I think
apparently.
they just need to make supplements for Pathfinder. Sorry. I love D&D 3.5 and don't sue me.
Speaking of that,
We don't like D&D 4.
S.J. Tucker's
Don't sue
D&D
us.
song that's up online or whatever. We just watched it today. They
Yeah.
have re-recorded it and replaced all the D&D books with Pathfinder books.
stuff.
Nice.
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
So entertaining. But anyways, new Pathfinder stuff's coming out. New video game stuff coming out. There's plenty of new things that are going to be on the horizon. The question is, what do you guys want us to talk about? Is there
Yeah.
anybody
Let us
who's going to...
know.
We're waiting on those topics as well. We want to know what you guys want to hear from us. Yeah, I know
We're not gonna stop recording just because we don't have any original ideas. But We need some original ideas, so help us out.
There is a trash can full of ideas that we can start digging
Yeah.
through.
Maybe we could start reviewing Farmville.
Oh,
If Flash-based games, let's go to addictinggames.com and spend an hour
Yeah,
talking
no
about
joke,
this.
right?
What's this game?
Angry Bird Space.
Nothing beats
I beat
throwing,
it like 2 hours after I started playing.
nothing beats throwing the guy down the stairs.
That's right.
On
you know?
addicting games.
That's right.
Trying to score the most points.
Yeah.
What was it?
or that
Castle
pa-
Defense?
Yeah.
The mouse click, throw a guy up in the air.
Yep.
What was there was one of those Flash games you could have like a tower defense and you could spend like 15 hours playing it
Oh,
if your
so
computer would
awesome.
last.
Yeah.
So awesome.
So there's stuff that's going to come out, but we want to know what people want to hear about.
yeah.
I mean, and if it's in the gaming universe, we'll talk about it.
And if there are events or if there are places that you want us to review and check out and talk about on our podcast, by all means, give us suggestions. I know we've talked about Fear the Con, which is coming up here soon in May.
May
Fear the Con's coming
4th,
up in
5th?
May, and then of course we have
5th and
Gen Con coming up in August, and
Yes.
there's 12 months. Yeah, right. There's 12 months in a year, and there's cons going on all the time. There's events going on all the time. If there's something going on around you in your neighborhood or something that you want to see come here, by all means, let us know. We'll check it out, talk about it, inform other people about it. I know, Fear the Con, a lot of us had not heard of Fear the Con up until Derek and Josh and Debbie had introduced it to us. So, and if you get a chance, check out Fear the Boot on feartheboot.com. They got some really good podcast stuff.
The local gaming group just made their announcement they're going to be meeting up for Origins in Columbus, Ohio in June.
Oh, that's right.
So-
Indie Gaming.
Yeah,
Yeah, Indie Gaming on meetup.com, I believe it is.
I think so.
The Indie Gaming Group, they're going to Origins 2012. Let's see, what else? What else is going on?
Hoosier Con's passed.
Yeah, Hoosier Con's gone by. That's in March. Fear the Con.
Be Origins and Gen Con and DragonCon.
Yeah, DragonCon's in September, I think.
Comic Con isn't.
When's
isn't
Chicago-
too
when's
far off.
Chicago?
And there's
PaxEast is going on right now.
Yeah.
yeah, and there's like of course there's E3 and
Well, you can't get
PaizoCon's coming up in May.
if there's anybody in the world that can get into E3 and let us know,
how we
oh
can get
my,
in.
yeah, that would be amazing.
We would love to know how to get into E3.
Yeah,
'cause
E3
we would probably
be
spend
so sick.
half of E3 reporting.
It's funny you
The
say
other
that.
half drooling.
I was going to say, yeah,
I would
that's
spend
exactly what I was gonna
half of E3 in the exhibit hall, and I'd spend the other half in the exhibit hall.
say. Yeah, we'd have like a little 5-minute blurb on the
Hey guys, welcome to E3. I'll see you later. Bye. Boom.
Deuces,
Gotta
I'm
go.
getting ready to play a game.
That's interesting. This is a really small download.
It's only 8 seconds long.
Yeah, right.
Did somebody fail to save?
Hey, we should contact Guinness for the shortest podcast.
Yeah, well, somebody will beat us.
Yeah, probably. Ha! It's over.
Sorry, guys.
No,
That's
no,
all
no,
the
I got
useful
it.
content we had.
E3.
That's right.
E3.
E3. I know for those of you who are sci-fi fans, Starbase Indy comes up at the end of the year, usually around November, December. I
Doesn't
don't-
that go on at like the Marriott or something like that?
or Sheridan or something like that. It's a
One of the
hotel. It's a
downtown
hotel.
hosts.
It's. I think it last year it was up on the north side. I think. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to go, but I wanted to.
Okay, so to sum up everything we just said, there's apparently a lot
There
of
are
stuff going
tons
on,
of stuff
host.
going on.
In the general Midwest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Just
also
Dragon
saying,
Con's in Atlanta.
we're
Yeah,
also
well.
saying you probably need to go outdoors more often.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go get some exercise.
By walking con halls. Oh.
I know.
Turn that one around.
I know. For me, a lot of stuff that stuff that's happening here at the Established Facts, and I'm gonna kind of drop a little bomb. The guys don't really know anything about it, but exactly, you dropped a bomb on me. Anyway,
Baby.
wow,
I like that song.
Don't sue us.
that was less than 7
It
seconds.
was less than 5.
Anyway,
It wasn't good.
Are you kidding me?
It doesn't have to be good.
Have you heard the intro over the last 18, 19
Yeah,
episodes? I'm pretty sure we're...
Done.
please don't sue us. We love it.
So
We'll
anyway,
provide a link if
Tron
we have
Legacy
it.
rocks.
That's coming back.
Josh was over there talking about possibly recording like a playthrough of a board game or something. I kind of am extremely interested in getting the podcast together in a role-playing game and get us to play something, and that way you can kind of hear the interactions as we play through games. And as much fun as that would be, man, we get pretty excited and pretty into what we're doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
As cool as that would be, I think that would be phenomenal. I think that would be a really cool idea.
I'm going to talk to Derek. I have a feeling our Epic game may have just become a podcast game.
Oh Lord.
Maybe we should actually start considering a bloopers reel.
I'm gonna.
Wait. Hold on. We've got one for you right now.
Oh, hey, that was awesome.
It really wasn't that fun.
Yeah.
It'll come out in the DVD special.
That's right.
That's all audio.
Shows nothing but our logo.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a DVD audio.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jeez.
Good night.
55 hours later.
dear God.
That means I'm gonna have to expand my vocabulary if I'm actually gonna record while I'm playing it.
No,
You
you won't.
contract some.
Yeah, you have to subtract stuff.
Yeah.
Beep.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep.
So you can't play a rogue.
So,
Yeah, I can't play rogue. I have to.
so Josh
I'll
is
have to
now
play
learning
something else.
or teaching our listeners Morse code.
Right.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, beep,
What
beep,
did he
beep.
say?
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Timmy, don't watch.
Oh my gosh.
I
Oh,
apologize
what
for
has
this podcast.
happened?
No,
what
really,
has
I don't.
happened?
This is what happens when there's no direction.
Yeah, you know?
Straight to the floor.
That's right.
Through the floor.
The amazing thing about it is we're at about 46.50 right now. It's still doing pretty good.
Sounds like a good price for something that's
Yeah.
way too expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least it wouldn't have a lean on it.
Clearly.
Oh, good
At least it wouldn't be sold to someone else.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Was that too soon?
That was
Much
probably
too
too
soon.
soon.
Anyway.
Oh. Don't
Yes?
forget. Don't forget that we're doing. We were talking about Gen Con. We're doing our meet and greet at Gen Con. Don't chew your cud in front of me, boy. We're doing an established facts meet and greet at Gen Con this year.
Are we?
We are.
And since we're talking about things that are way off in the future,
In 2015. Oh,
sometime shortly following Gen Con, we're possibly going to be doing a 72-hour or less
Oh, that's right.
charity run-through of the newest Zelda game, whatever it be at that time. So
Even
more
though he-
details will come as we know them, but that's something to think about for the future and
That's
to
right.
let people know that
even though he lost to Samus,
Meh,
not Samus, Simon.
Simon. And we still love Zelda.
Yeah, it's Link that we have an issue with.
Thank you, Donald. You took it right out of my mouth. You really don't need me.
No?
Anyway,
Yeah, I do. I have no direction.
I have no direction.
I can't.
And if I have no direction,
Yeah,
we have no
we
direction.
have no direction. Yeah.
Well, speaking of direction, I think we've reached our dead end, don't you think?
Yeah.
Time
Our
to turn
cul-
around and go back.
Our cul-de-sac of podcastage. When you get to the end of the road, turn around.
Despite what our listeners may think, we do have some semblance of what's happening in the future.
That's
no,
right.
no, we don't.
That's good, but the line is at the end of the road, turn right.
That's what
The
I
end of
said.
the road.
At the end of the road, turn round.
Yeah. Right. I saw the movie.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Anyway,
If you have no idea what we're talking about, Google Vader TomTom. End of story.
hilarious.
Darth Vader.
And Yoda. And Yoda.
Yeah, because I don't think it's Vader time made its way into the TomTom recordings.
I'm pretty sure most of the people who listen to us don't even know what Vader time is.
Yeah, there's also a Yoda one, which is just as funny. But, yeah. At the end of the road, turn round.
Roundabout.
Roundabout. Roundabout.
The word is roundabout.
That's what I said.
That's what I said. Roundabout.
Roundabout.
Oh.
Wow.
So bad.
So, good job, Josh.
I know.
Unprompted and everything. You're learning. That is correct. He can be taught.
That's right.
Should we give any?
So in review, what have
He's
we
been house
what
trained.
have we talked about in this episode?
Should we give any introduction to the idea of a race competition as well?
A race?
As
I
in-
am not running.
As in,
Don, sorry, we don't want you.
We'll
for
have
president.
to look at the calendar and see next time. We'll see if we want to do a competition. But the Indianapolis 500 is coming up, and
What's that?
yeah, it's a big 500.
Oh,
mile
that's
Can you
right.
just be glad
It's-
Deb's not here.
it's
200
that- it's
times
that
around
thing-
a 2.5 mile oval.
Yeah, it's that thing in May.
250
That,
laps.
it's that thing in May that
It always
congests
rains.
the
200.
It's
intersection
200.
or the
Always
interstate.
rains.
Yeah,
it always rains.
and it always rains. That's right. I forgot about
I can't
that.
hide that one. Deb knows you said it now.
Yeah, I don't care.
We love you,
I was
Deb.
dead at
Don't
the
sue us.
time.
How many of your closest friends congregating on the
200.
west side?
They'll approach 300,000 this year, I believe.
200, at least 250,000.
So 250,000 of your
So they're
closest
almost
friends.
as popular as Gen Con. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Single largest sporting event.
Donald, I don't know if you see this or not, but there is a huge.
I
target
noticed that. I noticed that.
that is appearing on your back.
That's all right.
From Deb.
That's okay. I'm willing to
She
take.
got to announce the winner, so
Yeah,
we just-
yeah. Like I said, she's not here to defend herself. Therefore,
And we all know what
it's all-
happens.
That's right. It's all free.
Oh, wait. Just
Babe,
wait till the
I
Kellys
love you,
get a hold
please
of you.
don't kill
yeah,
him.
yeah.
We all-
We
all
also know what happens when you stand on the fence or sit.
That's right. Smout.
You get smouted.
You add 10 minutes to the discussion time.
Yeah. Yeah, I like both.
Josh.
Boo.
Yes.
I like
Mr.
Master
Fence Sitter.
Chief and Mario.
Granny?
I grew up with Miss Pac-Man. What happened?
I grew up with Steamboat Willie.
Nom, 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 nom. Sorry, that was my Pac-Man impression.
Okay, we need to turn off his
Save
mic.
us, Mike.
Except
Save us.
he's
And here we go, casting the line to reel us back in.
Dig us out of this hole.
Bleep, bloop.
Bloop bloop.
Look, a goose. Anyway,
Jordan
Gold
fades
egg?
back.
Jordan fades back.
And that's
Swoosh, and that's the game. Nothing further,
Your Honor. Oh.
All right.
So many bad.
We are going to wrap this up. It's been 53 minutes of craziness, and I apologize that you cannot have back that 53 minutes that you
That's
just
right.
spent with us.
I went back the last 4
We're
hours.
going to have to title this the ADD episode.
It's right up there with the Chaotic Neutrals
Yes.
Yeah.
episode. Wow, I don't even know.
We should
What
have
have we
Derek
t-
back in the near future.
What have we talked about tonight?
Nothing.
Mario beat Master
Mario
Chief.
beat Master Chief.
We're hurt more than
Hey,
Cloud
hey,
beat Master
Hey,
Chief.
we're trying to let that heal.
Sorry.
Cloud die.
Okay, so from all of us here at the Established Facts, I'd like to thank you for joining us in
Yeah.
our podcast of craziness and chaos. And if there is one thing that I want to establish, I don't even remember what the last one was, but if there's one thing I want to establish, it is this. In the wake of Mario winning any type of tournament, only chaos ensues.
Thank you, everyone, for your
Oh, thank you.
Have a good evening.
Visit us on Facebook
Cheers.
at the
See
Established
ya.
Fact, our group, and join us up when you want to add your own comments.
Now
That's
speed
right.
that up 5 times.
Thank you.
Yes,
And check out our Cafe Press store.
at cafepress.com/castingrobot.